Good morning. Today's topic is Poisson's bracket. So in last lecture we had seen what are Lagrangian brackets and now we are seeing what are Poisson's bracket. There is not much different in Poisson's and Lagrange's bracket. So the definition of Poisson's bracket is that Poisson's bracket is defined and denoted by square bracket u comma v, where small u and small v are the functions of small q and small p, and this is equal to the Jacobian del uv upon del qi comma pi. Now the Lagrangian bracket and the Poisson's bracket, they look same. Only the difference we are seeing is that the Lagrangian bracket was represented by curly braces and the Poisson's bracket is represented by the square braces. So यहाँ पे भी del uv जो टर्म्स है वो फंक्शंस है QP के, लेकिन जब हमने पॉइजन्स ब्रैकेट देखा था तो पॉइजन्स ब्रैकेट की डेफिनेशन थी दैट द लैग्रेंजियन ब्रैकेट uv फॉर qp is equal to the Jacobian qi comma pi over del u and v. This was the Lagrange's bracket and this is the Poisson's bracket. तो दोनों में क्या फर्क है? The Poisson's bracket is inverse of Lagrangian bracket. Okay, moving on. So you know very well how to solve any Jacobian. तो इसका जो solution होगा, the solution will be del u upon del qi into del v upon del pi minus del u upon del pi into del v upon del qi. Same as the Lagrangian bracket were invariant, similarly the Poisson's bracket are also invariant under all canonical transformation. So Poisson's bracket are invariant under all transformations of coordinates. They are invariant under all transformations of coordinate, and if they are invariant under all transformation of coordinate, then you may say that uv for qp is equal to small uv for capital qp can be written as only uv. That means Poisson's bracket for capital uv which are dependent upon the coordinate small qp, or the Poisson's bracket for small uv which are dependent upon the canonical transformed coordinate capital qp, they are invariant, they remain same. So that means there is not much to discuss about them. Okay, now the theorem. Okay, so let us see a theorem on Poisson's bracket. Okay, so here we have theorem. Prove that pi comma pj equals to 0. You have to show that Poisson's bracket pi pj is 0. Okay, proof. We write, we know that. What you know? That Poisson's bracket u alpha into ui into u alpha for uj can be, it is the canonical delta ij. Okay, now this is your equation 1. That means if we write denote all ui all u1 equal to q1, u2 equal to q2 and so on up till un equals to qn, and un plus 1 is equals to p1 and so on up till Pn, that will be equal to u times twice n. So here you are writing u alpha, तो u alpha की जगह हम u1 भी लिख सकते हैं, तो u1 will represent q1, u2 will represent q2 and so on up till un will represent qn. So if we take the Lagrange, if we take the Poisson's bracket of all u1 up till un, all ui's, all u अल्फा, यहाँ पे हमने जो वैल्यू लिखी है ये un प्लस वन के लिए, ऑल un प्लस वन, मतलब फॉर ऑल p1 till pn, what you will get, we will get q1 comma ui, q1 comma ui, again q1 comma uj, then plus q2 comma ui, q2 comma uj, plus and so on. We are continuing up till the nth term. तो nth term will be qn for ui comma qn for uj. Again continuing, next term will be after n, it will be n plus वन. जब n plus वन का टर्म आएगा तो q कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा p में, तो नेक्स्ट टर्म विल बी p comma ui comma p comma uj. अगेन प्लस एन कंटिन्यूड अप टिल nth टर्म, तो जो पी एन टर्म रहेगा इट विल बी u टाइम्स 2n, तो पी एन कॉमा यू आई एंड पी एन कॉमा यू जे. these all terms, these are nothing but delta ij. Now keeping this in mind, we write that qk ui and qk uj plus pk ui or pk uj, this will also be the canonical delta. So if we define ui equals to qi and uj equals to pi for all I equals to 1, 2 and so on up till n, for all j equals to n plus 1 and so on up till twice n, that means p1 will be pn plus 1 and pn plus 1 will be un plus 1. तो यहाँ पे हम हमारे कोऑर्डिनेट्स को डिफाइन कर रहे हैं. सो दिस मीन्स that this will imply that I equal to 1 and j equal to 1. If I equal to 1, j equal to 1, then u1 is q1 and u1 will be equal to p1. But this is absurd क्योंकि q1 will, अगर u1 equal to q1 है और u1 equal to p1 है, that means u1 is equals to p1. Now this is not possible, this is absurd because p and q are independent values. So this is not possible. This is not possible as p and q are all independent variables. If they are all independent variables, that means we can say this is not possible as p and q are independent variables. This means that I should not be equal to j. जैसा हमने यहाँ लिखा था I equals to 1 and j equals to 1 है, but I is not equals to j. If I is not equals to j, then our equation that qk qi qk pj plus pk qi and pk pj is delta times ij. Now this qk and qi, if they are same, that means these terms will be 0. So this term turns to 0 into qk comma pj plus pk qi. Now this pk qi and this is pk pj. This pk qi where I is not equals to j will be canonical delta ki. It will be canonical delta ki, and since the variables are reversed, you have to write the negative sign, and here pk comma pj as it is equals to 0. Now this term is 0 into this, it gets removed. You have only delta ki into pk comma pj is equals to 0. Now as k and I are interchangeable, if k and I are interchangeable, then I can write delta kk pk comma pj is equals to 0. Why they are interchangeable? Because they are the coordinates, they are the generalized coordinates. So again delta kk, you already know that delta ii is 0. Okay, this means minus delta kk, this turns out to be minus 1 pk comma pj is equals to 0. That means pk, again it is changeable to I can write pi comma pj is equals to 0. Hence pi and pj की value 0. Hence the theorem. So this is your theorem.